Hey everybody, Ryan Ballengee back here with Golf News Net, and we've got a new unboxing video for you, and we're getting back into the space of game improvement tracking equipment. And so for so long in this space, for as long as the space has existed, there have basically been two players, Game Golf and Arcos Golf, and they're both distinct differences and advantages. They have distinct evolutions over time, and one has kind of fared better than the other. I think Arcos has probably fared a little bit better in terms of mainstream acceptance, but both are kind of competing with each other in terms of feature set, in terms of on-course recommendations with their caddy functions, in terms of their analytics and their ability to display and help you understand how you play golf. But most importantly, the difference between the two basically has been how they capture the data in the first place. They have apps, they have sensors, and that go on the butt end of your grips of each of your clubs. And then, depending on which unit you were using, whether it was from Game Golf Live, what's coming, their next iteration of this that doesn't have the touch sensor that you have to clip to your belt and then touch the sensor to that to record each shot, or on the Arcos side where they've always had touchless sensors, but you have to have an app in your pocket or near you or in your bag for it to be able to recognize that you're hitting a shot. You have to pair it with Bluetooth, drains your battery. People don't like that portion of it. So as these companies try to evolve, there's another company that's kind of gotten in this space. It's called ShotScope. Now, ShotScope is out with their second generation of their product. And this generation of the product, I think, is their best yet. Obviously, it's the best one of two. But the really cool thing that I like about ShotScope is it tries to address the problems of both Game Golf and Arcos Golf with a solution that may not be for everybody, but it is a different spin on that solution, so it gives you a third option if you're someone looking to get into this game performance tracking space, and then you can do it with this kind of unit. So what makes ShotScope unique is that the product is actually a watch. It's a watch-style product. Goes on your wrist, you can wear it during your round, and then it gives you sensors that you put in the butt end of the grips of your clubs, just like the other solutions, of course. And what you do then is you can tell, the watch figures out when you've pulled a club and you swing it. Because it's been on your wrist, so it knows you swing it, it knows what sensor it is, and then it can figure out the watch unit, the watch style unit, which club you swung, and then records all of that shot info. Because when you make your next stroke, it figures out the next club you've used, and goes so forth and so on, using GPS technology, and then it maps all of your shots and against the courses that they have mapped, which is pretty much everyone on the planet, and then it gives you data after the fact in an app or on their website so that you can analyze how you play and you build up data over time to get a better profile of who you are as a golfer in the areas where you need to improve. So this is the box. I want to show you the actual package, the stuff that's in there, so you can see ShotScope version 2 for yourself. So let's take a look at it. All right, so we've got the box here open. We got the cover off, and this is one of those cool magnetic boxes that we like. I just think they're kind of neat. Open her up. Here is the user's guide. So we'll go through that later once figure out how to use it. So this is the unit itself. This is the watch-like portion of the ShotScope version 2. So they kind of give you an idea with the film on it. This is actually also a GPS unit, so it has a dual function. You're not just wearing something so that it can figure out you're hitting a shot. It also uses the GPS function to tell you front, middle, and back distances to any of the greens or the holes that you're playing. Tells you which hole you're playing. You go from hole to hole. Gives you the time. You can start a new round using the buttons over here, and then you can use some other buttons over here. And then in this cute little pouch are the sensors. So these sensors, so there are 20 of them in here. And these sensors are like the ones you've probably grown accustomed to seeing on these types of products. So it's about the normal thickness, about the normal size, and then here's a sensor that lets the watch know when you've pulled that club and when you're swinging it, and then it figures out, okay, you've taken a shot. We should record that shot and then do something with it. So I really like the ShotScope so far. I like the idea of the watch as opposed to just doing a unit on your belt, which can kind of mess with your pre-shot routine because you have to tap it ahead of time, or having some kind of sensor in your cart or your bag, because if you don't bring it, then you kind of forget it, or you have to ride or the other. And then the other part of it being you don't really need to use your phone specifically
in your back pocket while you're doing that, draining your battery life, getting it hot, all that stuff mixed in with your golf stuff. So really interested to try this out. We'll give it a couple tries out on the golf course. We'll report back with a review and let you know a little bit about ShotScope version 2. I'm Ryan Ballengee, and we'll see you next time.